Hello guys, hope you are all having a wonderful day. So I'm Brie, I will be taking this super quick 10-minute yoga flow for you today. Now this yoga flow is going to really be focusing in on stretching out through your hip flexors, so stretching out through the front of the hips. If you do have any medical conditions, any illnesses, just make sure you do have the right clearance for the class. Just make sure this class is going to be right for you. Apart from that, make sure you've got a lovely clear space all set up. You've got a towel, a drink bottle. If you have a yoga mat or a Pilates mat, you feel free to lay that down there. If not, I would recommend a blanket or a cushion, especially if you do struggle with sore knees. It's really great to have just a bit of a cushiony surface underneath your knees when we go through this flow. Apart from that, we'll get started. So we're going to begin this in Tadasana. So Tadasana, just standing tall here. We're going to have our big toes together, our heels slightly apart. Now we're going to lift our toes off the ground and just look to find even weight through our feet. So just making sure the fronts, backs, insides and outsides of our feet have got even weight. Once you're completely balanced, you can relax your toes back down. Now we're going to lift up through the kneecaps and just firm our thighs and then slightly tuck our tailbone under here. Now this action is coming from the core, so we're going to use our deeper abdominal muscles and our pelvic floor to lift up. Just slightly tuck the pelvis under. We're going to zip all the way up through the core here, roll our shoulders back and down, stretch our fingertips to the earth, slightly tuck our chin under here. From here we're going to inhale, stretch our arms out nice and wide, palms connecting above our head. We're going to exhale the hands through heart center here as we come into a forward fold. Now if you are tighter through the hamstrings, you can take a bend into your knees. However, if you do find you're a bit more flexible, straightening the legs is perfectly fine. From here we're going to relax our head down, let our neck just find a bit of comfort. From here, as we inhale, we're going to take our hands to our shins and come into a half forward fold. So we're going to come back up. Really pull the belly button to spine here. Have a nice, straight, strong back. Again, if you are flexible, maintain your spinal position and just reach your fingertips towards the earth. From here, we're going to exhale back into that forward fold again. Let your neck relax. Planting our hands down here. Shoulder width apart. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. Now if you are a little bit newer and you're not too sure what your distance should be for downward facing dog, I recommend coming into a high plank position, so shoulders on top of the wrists, a nice straight body from your shoulders through to your heels. Once you've found this position, then just pressing your hips to the sky and letting your heels descend to the earth, you'll find that the space between your hands and feet will be a bit more comfortable. From here in our downward facing dog, we're going to be working with Tadasana, which is a moon pose. It's a lovely posture for stretching out through our hip flexors. So from here, as we inhale, we're going to send our right foot all the way up to the sky, as much as is comfortable. And really let our weight sink back into that left heel. You'll feel a lovely stretch go through the back of your left leg. From here, we're going to sweep that right foot in between our hands, dropping the back knee, untucking the back toes. Now notice here that my knee is directly on top of my heel. We want to make sure we maintain that position, a nice 90 degrees. From here, we're going to sweep our fingertips along the earth on the inhale. Arms come up to the sky. Exhale the arms out wide and we're going to take our hands to our hips. Now from here we're really going to focus on tucking that tailbone under. So making sure here that we use our core muscles. I don't know if you can hear our dogs. Use our core muscles to tuck the tailbone under. Now you'll feel a deeper stretch come through the front of your hip here. If you are quite mobile through your hips, maintain this position here. Drive down through this front heel and pull yourself forward. You'll feel a bit of a deeper stretch. We're going to take a breath here. So exhale completely. Breathing in. And out. From here, inhale the arms up wide. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the back toes and step back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to connect our poses with a vinyasa here. So we're going to inhale through to a high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Keep the core nice and firm, and we're going to squeeze our elbows in towards our ribs here as we exhale and lower ourselves all the way to the earth. From here, coming into Bhujangasana, we take our hands beneath our shoulders. Again, keep those elbows squeezed and inhale. Using our mid-back muscles to help lift ourselves up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, back down. Placing the hands back beside the lower ribs here. You're going to press back into downward facing dog. So moving through Chandrasana on the left side now. Inhale, stretch that left foot up again. Be heavy on that right heel. Glide that foot through, dropping your back knee and tucking your back toes. Inhale to sweep the hands up. Exhale out wide, hands to hips. So again, really focus here on tucking those hips under. Feel the stretch through the front of that leg. And again, if you need to deepen it, really drive that left heel down, almost like you're trying to drag your foot towards you. This will help pull your hips. Awesome work, you guys. One breath, inhale. Exhale. From here, inhale the arms out wide. Exhale, planting them down, stepping back, downward facing dog. Again, moving through that vinyasa, building strength. Inhale, high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, and exhale for chaturanga. Keep those elbows in. Moving through Bhujangasana. Hands come beneath the shoulders. Elbows squeeze in as we inhale. Shoulders away from the ears. And exhale. Placing your hands back beside your lower ribs. Pressing back, downward facing dog. So moving through this flow a little bit more now, we're going to introduce Warrior One, a high lunge variation, and a dancing warrior, and dancer's pose. So from here, inhale, sweep the right foot up. Exhale, glide it through. Drop the back knee. Now remembering this front knee here, double check that it is directly on top of that heel. This is going to be really important as we move through. So from here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Now from here, we're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, coming into a Warrior One high lunge variation. So making sure the hips are square. Now, if this is too strong on this left hip flexor, then take a bend into the left knee, square the hips, and then as you feel your flexibility gets a bit better, you can extend out through your heel and find length through that leg. If you are feeling it in your lower back, I would really recommend taking a bend into that back knee and just holding it there. Beautiful work. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms out and back, open up through the chest. And now a strong inhale, so we come up, standing onto one foot. Now we're going to keep our right hand up here. Take a bend into your left knee. Take your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Squeeze your knees together here. Rotate that shoulder so you're gluing your shoulder blade onto your back. Tuck your hips under. Again, you'll feel a nice stretch through the front of that left hip flexor. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can extend your dancer's pose by pressing your foot into the hand, pressing your hand into the foot, keeping your chest high, and just beginning to open up into your posture, only as far as is comfortable. From here, we're going to inhale that hand back up, take a bend into your knee, and as gently as you can, land that foot softly back in your Warrior One. Exhale those hands down, stepping back, downward facing dog. So we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. This time, left foot inhale. Exhale, glide that left foot through. Inhale to sweep the hands up. Exhale the hands out wide. Hands to hips here. Now you can stay here or tuck the toes, lift the knee. Warrior one, high lunge. Take your breath. Very good job. From here, inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands back, open the chest. Then a strong inhale, coming up to standing. This time your left arm will stay up. Right hand reaches round, grabs the foot. Squeeze the knees together. Tuck the tailbone under, rotate that shoulder. Now from here, I'll just turn over and face you. So from here again, really focusing in on tucking that tailbone under, finding length through that hip flexor. Take your breath here again. If you want to extend your dancer's pose, you're more than welcome to. Very good job. From here, exhale, release the arms. Very slowly bend the knees, step your leg back. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale the arms out wide, stepping back, downward facing dog. Very good job. From here, we're going to inhale through to high plank. Now you can keep your knees on or off the ground here as we exhale, chaturanga. From here, Bhujangasana, hands beneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Placing the hands beside the lower ribs here. We're going to press back into Balasana to finish. So knees out wide, big toes together. Exhale the hips to the heels. Forehead to the earth. Arms stretched in front with the elbows lifted. If it's uncomfortable on your shoulders, you can stack the forearms and rest the forehead here. Or if you do need a bit of elevation with the knees, come out a little bit further. Lifting the knees, you can even place a cushion between the buttocks and the heels here. And resting. Very good job, you guys. So that was our super quick 10-minute yoga flow for the hip flexors. So if you like, you can do this one a couple times, go a couple rounds with it. A really great one, again, to stretch out through the hip flexors, but then adding in the vinyasa for a little bit of a challenge, a bit of a strength work there. Really great job, you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.